Welcome back. Today we are diving into a fascinating compiler optimization technique called escape analysis. If you have ever wondered how your programming language decides where to store variables in memory and how it optimizes that process for speed, this is the video for you. To understand escape analysis, we first need to recall the two main areas of memory, the stack and the heap. The stack is fast, efficient, and automatically managed, but it is limited to the local thread. The heap is vast and shared, but it is slower to access and requires garbage collection to clean up. Ideally, we want to use the stack as much as possible. So, what is escape analysis? Simply put, it is a technique compilers use to scan your code and ask a specific question about every object you create. Does this object's reference ever escape the method or scope where it was created? In other words, is it safe to keep this object hidden from the rest of the application? Let us look at a scenario where an object does not escape. Here, we create a point object inside a method, use it to print a string, and then the method ends. The object P is never returned, nor is it assigned to a global variable. The compiler sees this and realizes it is safe to allocate this object directly on the stack. Now consider this scenario. We create the same point object, but this time we return it to the caller. Because the object needs to survive after this method finishes so the caller can use it, it has escaped the local scope. The compiler is forced to allocate this on the heap. Why do we care so much about stack allocation? 3 reasons. First, it is incredibly fast. It is just pointer arithmetic. Second, when the method ends, the memory is instantly freed, meaning the garbage collector has zero work to do for that object. And third, stack memory is often hot in the CPU cache, making access faster. Escape analysis enables an even more powerful optimization called scalar replacement. If an object does not escape, the compiler might not even create the object at all. Instead, it explodes the object into its primitive parts, like integer x and integer y, and stores them directly in CPU registers. This eliminates the object header overhead entirely. Another benefit is lock elision. If the compiler proves an object creates a lock but is never shared with other threads, it knows that synchronization is pointless. It simply removes the lock instructions from the final machine code, saving expensive operating system calls. This optimization isn't magic, and it has limits. If an object escapes in just one tiny branch of your code, like an error handler, it counts as escaped. Also, if the function call depth is too deep, or if code is loaded dynamically at runtime, the compiler plays it safe and uses the heap. To summarize, escape analysis allows compilers to intelligently place objects on the stack instead of the heap. This results in faster allocation, less garbage collection pressure, and enables advanced optimizations like scalar replacement. It is a hidden hero in modern high-performance languages like Java and Go.
If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit codelucky.com for more such useful content.